The city of Andover maintains over 8,300 signs within the city. Street signs, warning signs, park signs, you name it. With that many signs, there's bound to be signs that need replacing. I joined Lucas in the sign shop to see what it takes to make and replace a sign.
Basically, it depends on the situation. Any sign, there's certain signs that are required for certain areas of the city. So we just had a new roundabout go in on Prairie Road. That entailed, I believe, over 75 signs just at one intersection. So every sign has its place and importance, and it's got a rule behind it, and it's there for a reason.
All of the signs are fabricated in-house, which saves money over buying signs and gives them flexibility to create and replace any type of sign that is needed quickly.
In the computer, we have all the saved files of all the Minnesota signs that are to be out in our streets, but we also have software where we can create our own signs. Like if you go to any of the parks, there's a huge park sign when you pull in saying which park it is and all that. So that's all made here, and there's not any signs we purchase outside. Everything starts from a blank and we just go from there.
Lucas walked me through the process of making a sign.
So the first step at making a sign is we have most signs are already saved in our system on the computer. So you just pull them up, and then we have a large printer and they're all printed out. Then they're pressed and put on, and then we install them in the field. It's kind of cool the way it cuts it. It just has a tiny little needle that drops down and makes the lines. So this material has 2 layers to it. You'll see it when we have to call it's called weeding. We have to separate what actually goes on the sign to what we just end up having to throw away. So there's 2 layers of the material. You'll see that one side's the adhesive and the other side's kind of just a backer that's keeping all the adhesive to the material. And we'll step over to this. This is our roller table. It's got air pressure that higher and lowers the drum here. It's all just air driven. This is our transfer tape. This is what will separate the vinyl from the backer that it's currently on. And this is how we'll then transfer it onto the real sign. And we just pull the stop sign through. So every sign is always cleaned first and degreased. DG3, that gives the signs the shine that they have when you're driving at night or whatever it may be. So you lower your drum down. Trim all the edges off. So that's all that's done, and you got your shape. So then we switch to using basically a glass cleaner and just make sure your surface is clean again. Otherwise the vinyl can peel off if you don't have the clean surface. Any sort of dirt or dust will kind of prevent that adhesive from sticking to this the way it should. This is kind of the final step. So every sign is essentially done in this same exact process. That's it. A sign like this one is one of the custom ones we just made. and it takes just to peel between all the letters. This sign took 45 to 50 minutes just to do one sign because of how small everything is, and taking it out isn't always that easy depending on what material you're working with. So even though it's a smaller sign than what a stop sign is, stop sign will take like 2 minutes. So just a difference in comparison that not all signs are the same.
Then we were off to switch the old and faded for the newly made.
So right now, even pulling up to it, you can see there's no reflectorization to it at all. Yep, very faded.
As part of the process in replacing signs, they use an iPad to keep records and track the thousands of signs within the city, along with the engraved unique numbers showing when it was replaced and where it's located.
This is the post puller, and we just move it over and it'll lift the sign right out of the ground to install for the new one. It's the new one we just made. I can show you the difference. Yeah, I believe if there's a broken sign in the city or somehow it should be repaired in some way, there's a way to go on our website and report it, and then we'll get notification of that, and we'll be sure to come take a look and make things right as soon as we can. Especially if it's a warning sign of something. If it's a stop sign, we make it a priority to get out there and fix it.
So make sure you stop, stay safe, and see those road signs.